like a strong elephant.
When we honor all people, we are truly acting like royalty. Whenever and wherever we honor others, heaven opens up, blessings are released, and people get to see how good and loving our Papa God really is. People are built up when we acknowledge the good things that God sees in them. When we honor others, it encourages them, it pleases God, and it brings joy to all. It's a powerful way to spread God's kingdom here on earth. All right, join us for today's journey.
The Miracle of Mercy. David and Saul. This is David.
Hey!
David was a shepherd who lived in Israel. David was chosen by God to be the next king of Israel when he was just a boy. But David had to wait a very long time until that promise would come true, because there was another king of Israel named Saul. Saul was strong and tall and looked like everything a king should be. But Saul did not follow God like he was supposed to, and for that reason, God chose to take the kingdom from Saul's family and give it to David's. David became a great warrior. And everyone in the kingdom loved David.
Huh?
This made Saul jealous, and Saul hated David because he thought he would try to kill him and take the throne from his family. So Saul wanted to kill David.
Whoa!
Saul hunted David, but he couldn't catch him. One day, Saul heard that David was in the wilderness of En-Gedi. So Saul gathered 3,000 of his skilled fighters and went to find and kill David. During Saul's search for David, he went in a cave to relieve himself. Well, this very cave was the one where David and his men were hiding. And when David's men saw that Saul was unaware that David was there and unable to defend himself, they said, "Now's your chance, David. This is God telling you that he will give you your enemy to do with as you wish." So David crept forward and cut off a piece of Saul's robe. But then David began to think that it was not right for him to take Saul's life. For no matter how much hardship and difficulty Saul had caused him, it was still not right for him to hurt the one who God had placed over Israel. So David told his men to back off, and he did not let them kill King Saul. They waited until after Saul had left the cave. And then David ran out of the cave and shouted after Saul, "My king! Why do you listen to people who say I am trying to harm you? Look, I cut it off, but I didn't kill you. This proves that I am not trying to harm you and that I have not sinned against you, even though you've been hunting me." David went on to promise that he would never harm Saul. David said that God would be the one to protect David and to rescue him from Saul's power. Saul said, "Is that really you, David?" And he began to cry. Saul said, "You are a better man than I. You have been amazingly kind to me today, for when God put me in a place where you could have killed me, you didn't do it. Who else would have done this? And now I realize that you are surely going to be king, and the kingdom of Israel will flourish under your rule. But promise me that when that happens, you will not kill my family." So David promised that he would not hurt Saul's family, and they left each other in peace. Now Saul continued to cause difficulty in David's life. But David kept his promise, and in time, David did become king of Israel. David was dearly loved by God, and Israel did flourish under his rule because David did everything that God wanted him to do, and he was a man after God's own heart.
First 2:17. Hannah, amen. Oops! Oh no! What did I do? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I got dirt on your face. Oh no! Hey, oh, it's you guys again. Hold on a second. Hey, Mom! It's those kids again. Can I talk and play with them?
Yes.
She says, yes, I can. Hey! Oh my goodness, hey, I see some new faces there. Hi, I don't know if you know me, but my name is Toby. It's so good to see you. Oh, you guys caught me while I was shoveling. Oh wait, hold on a second. My mom's calling me. 1 minute, okay? Yeah, Mom? Hey, you know what my mom said? She said that because I'm one of God's kids, He has given me a hairy tent.
No, Toby, inheritance.
Oh, I thought that was weird. A hairy tent. Oops, I mean inheritance. Inheritance is when someone from your family passes on to you cool gifts. Like my grandpa gave me his gold watch. Yep, but Mom won't let me wear it yet. She thinks I might lose it. But because we have a heavenly Papa, we inherit so many cool gifts. One of those cool gifts is honor. Mom says honor is treating someone like royalty. Did you know that the Father shows us honor by calling us His sons and daughters, which makes us royal? You know what Mom says? She says it's kind of like, wait a second. Have you ever gotten a trophy or a medal or a certificate or something? They call you up for something you've done and they honor you by giving you a trophy or a medal or a prize or something. Have you ever gotten one? Huh? What for? What'd you get for? I can't hear you. Huh? What? Louder! Yell it out! Oh, cool. I got one for being kind to this kid in my class. The lens in his glasses popped out in gym class, and I helped him look for it and found it. I just like it when people help me, so that's why I was helping him. God respects us. He sees us as great treasures. Look what I found. I found some way cool treasures. Isn't that cool? Can you see it? I know when I was digging. He knows when we make mistakes and some bad choices, like the time I was showing off for my friends and I ate a worm. I was really sick after. And you know what? My friends laughed at me. You know what? Jesus and God, He never shames us or makes fun of us. Oh, hi, Jesus. Can you think of some other ways God honors us? Think about it and share with the class. I'm going to keep digging while you talk about this, okay? What's that, Jesus?
I said Corinthians 1:17.
Jesus isn't the best whisperer. Shh. Oh, Jesus said to check out 1 Corinthians 7:23 and John 15:14. Get someone to look it up, okay? Write it on the board so you don't forget. 1 Corinthians 7:23 and John 15:14, okay? You guys, I gotta go now. See you all later, okay? Hold on a second. Oh. Hey, Mom, they're back. Something on your face. Sorry, a little bit of dirt. Guess what? Because we're a part of God's kingdom and Papa honors us, we can show honor to others too. Honoring people is like going on a treasure hunt. Instead of digging up dirt, though, prophecy helps me discover valuable treasure in other people. Mom said when our Papa in heaven created us, He didn't use junk or garbage. Nope, God only used the good stuff. Like this to make us. We won't need to shovel to discover God's treasure in others, but we can use the gift of prophecy. Do you know what prophecy does? Prophecy shows us what God sees in others. How prophecy digs up and reveals the good things in people. When we discover the treasure in others and treat them with respect and honor, We're celebrating who they really are. Cool, eh? You guys, I gotta go now. See you all later, okay? Hold on a second. I gotta find my goods and shove it. Oh, hey, Mom! I think I found Australia!
When we choose to walk in honor, we are reflecting or showing on earth what is in heaven. God the Father honored his Son, Jesus. When Jesus was baptized in the river Jordan, heaven opened up and the Father honored and blessed his Son by saying, "This is my Son whom I love. With him I am well pleased." And we know that the Father loves the Son because he's given all things into his hand. Throughout his ministry on earth, Jesus honored his Father through obedience. He also honored his Father by doing only what he saw and heard his Father doing. In the book of Revelation, the Apostle John had a vision where he saw all the creatures and beings in heaven giving honor and glory to Jesus. In Revelation 5:11-14, it says, "Then I looked and heard the voice of many angels, numbering thousands upon thousand and 10,000 times 10,000. They encircled the throne and the living creatures and the elders. In a loud voice they were saying, 'Worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power and wealth and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and praise.' Then I heard every creature in heaven and on earth and under the earth and on the sea and all that is in them saying, 'To him who sits on the throne and to the Lamb be praise and honor and glory and power forever and ever.' The 4 living creatures said, 'Amen,' and the elders fell down and worshipped."
Honor. 1 Peter 2:17. In 1 Peter 2:17, it says, "Honor all men." In Romans 12:10, we're told to give preference to or outdo one another in showing honor. Every person's been created by God and is worthy of honor, whether they are rich or poor, popular or not, attractive.
We honor people by helping them when they have a need.
Treating them with kindness. Not gossiping or telling bad things about them.
Keeping our promises.
Encouraging them. Protecting their reputation.
Not making fun of them, even if others do.
Cheering them on to do good. God will show us the great things he sees in people. Telling others what he sees and thinks about them is one of the greatest ways to show honor to people.
I know, man. Who's Peter 2:17.
As world shapers, we want to be carriers of God's kingdom. Because God our Father made us, we are special. He loves us. We are his treasure, and he treats us with honor and respect. Because we are his kids, we're going to treat our leaders and other kids the way God treats us. So we want to put together a kingdom contract. That's like an agreement for how we're going to treat each other when we're all together. So we asked our kids 4 questions. The first one, how should kids treat each other? So take a minute to think about that. Number 2, how do you want to be treated by the leaders?
Number 3, how do you think the leaders want to be treated? And number 4, how should we resolve any problems? Well, we met with our kids and we talked about those questions, and then we came up with these 4 points that we're going to want to always strive for to build a kingdom culture in our classroom. Number 1, we're going to listen to the speaker, whoever they may be, whether they're a teacher or another child in the room, because what they have to say is important. Number 2, I will raise my hand and get permission to speak or to move about. Number 3, I expect my leaders and other kids to treat me with respect, and so I'm going to treat them with respect as well. Number 4, I will speak in God's language, and that's going to sound like kindness, encouragement, love, and affirmation to both my leaders and other kids. If you're watching this online, you can print out the kingdom contract, and you see there's a spot at the bottom where you can sign and date it. And that means you're agreeing to do these things when you're at Sunday school. Well, have a great week. Until next time.